I forget Today we are letting to the classmate. Nizal.
What are you doing?
Nizal, let's go to classmate. We should go to Amir and Haikal room now. Daniel.
Why?
Daniel, let's go to the math class.
Oh, let's go.
Wait, is Amir?
What?
He should be with us.
Ame, let's go to class. We are already late.
Why? Oh, okay. Wait. Hey, let's go. We are late.
Hey, what are you doing?
I tell you. Let's go.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Today we from group 1. We will discuss about the question number 1. But before we start the discussion, firstly I want to introduce our group members. So the firstly is myself. So my name is Ridwan, and the other 3 members of my groups are
Hi, my name is Amir Haziq bin Matrice.
Hello, I am Daniel Haikal bin Muhammad Azri.
Hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Mizan bin Yaqub.
Okay, now everyone, I want to tell you all about the matrix what we learn. So in matrix, if we want to identify the matrix, we must know that matrix always use the matrix box. It means that if we find something in matrix box and have a large number like 2 error and 3 column and so on, so if we want to know it is a matrix, it must be in a column. So the matrix also known as the matrices. So in matrices, if we want to know what multiply by what, so firstly we must know that the horizontal line in the matrix are known as row. Meanwhile, the vertical line in matrix also known as column. So the matrix, if we want to find the determinant, it must be equal to same another. Such as if we want to find determinant of the matrix, it must be equal, like 3 by 3, 2 by 2. Matrices, if we want to find the determinant, the number, rows and column must be same. So in the worksheet, if the row and column are not same, means it is different, so it can be a determinant. Okay, now I will share a little information about the question that we will discuss. Okay, first one, the box information is about the how much book bought by Elders and Ryan. So we must know that Elders and Ryan are 2 different person. Okay, the second thing is they buy 2 type of book. So Elders, here you can see he buy 12 control system engineering type of book. Meanwhile the Ryan only buy 8 of control system engineering book. The second one is Elders buy biochemical application books 9, meanwhile Ryan only 7. So In this question, Mizan will describe about how we want to know the application of matrix to answer this question. Okay, I will pass to the Mizan. Okay, thank you.
Thank you to Ahmad Yulian for explaining about introduction and the box. So now, for my part, I will explain about the question 1A, which is matrix equation. Okay, how to solve? Let's go. We see for the question 1A, the question show the above information in the form of matrix equation. Okay, so now we write 12s plus 9y equal to 537, and 8s plus 7y equal to 387. Next, to make a matrix form, we need to open the bracket and put the number 12, 8, 9, 7. We have finished closing the bracket. Next, open the bracket and put S above, Y below, and close the bracket. The same as opening the bracket. Write 537 above and 387 below, and then close the bracket. Okay, now I will pass to the Nahikal to explain about the question B.
Okay. Thank you, Mizan, for answer question A. Question A. Next, you will be with me to answer question B. Let's go.
We must using matrix inversion method find the price of each type of book. Okay, we write down the number is 12, 8, 9, and 7, bracket, and bracket again, x, y, equal 537 and 387. Okay, bracket. Okay, next we want to find a determinant. Still we write down the xy equal 1, 12, 7 minus 8 and 9. Okay, we will put a number of A and D. We change to 7 and 12, and B and C we will put a negative, and the answer is 9 and 8. Okay, I will put a number 7, negative 8, negative 9, and 12. A bracket again. We put a number 5, 3, and 7, 3, 8, and 7. Bracket. Okay, next is x and y. We want to put 1 over 12. Why 1 over 12? Is from a 1 divide with 12 multiply and 7, and 8 will multiply with 9. The answer will be divide, and we we can get a 12 and bracket 3 7 5 9 negative 4 2 9 6 plus bracket negative negative 3 4 8 and 3 bracket, and the down is plus 4 6 4 4 bracket. Next is 1 over 12 in a bracket is 2 7 and 6 3 4 and 8 bracket, and the answer is for x and y. For x first is Rm 23 ringgit and y is Rm 29. The price for control system engineering book is Rm 23. The first and second is the price for biochemical application book is Rm 29.
Okay, now I'm done with my part. I will pass to Amir Haziq to complete his conclusion.
Okay, thank you for my friend Muhammad Dini Haikal, Muhammad Azrin. Okay, now for my part, I will be explain about the conclusion overall of this chapter. Okay, now this chapter in the conclusion we can learn about a metric as a way of representing data. Metric will be used to organize data as well to solve for a variable. For example, the first section give the definition of a metric and its dimension. It then explain how to add and subtract metric. Not all metric can be added to a subtract from all other metric. As this section explain, metric can be added to or subtract from all other metric. As this section explain, metric can be added and subtract only if they have the same dimension. The second section explain two types of multiplication associated with metric. Scalar multiplication, that is multiplication by a constant, and multiplication of two metric. Metric multiplication additive but not cumulative, just as there is an additive identifier and a multiplicative identifier for all real numbers. An addition and a multiplication that does not change the number. There is an additive identifier and a multiplicative identifier for all metric. And the next section deal with these two identities and introduce the identifier metric. And the last chapter or the final section in this chapter explain the concept of the inverse of a metric. Just most real number have a multiplicative inverse. Most metric also have a multiplicative inverse. That is a matrix that, when multiplied by the original matrix, is identified. The inverse of a matrix can be found using the row reduction, and this section explains how. So, what is important in a matrix or in algebra? As we will see the question, they are used in multiply way to solve system of equation. In addition, they are important in higher algebra. A large portion of linear algebra, which you may study in the college, is entirely with matrix. Matrices are also used by mathematicians, physics, and biologists to organize data and study complex phenomena. For example, matrices are used to study population growth and determine when a population will stabilize. So that's all from me.
So how? What you get?